Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. I'd like to welcome you to Long Bay College's Open Evening presentation for 2020. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Amelia, and I am the Deputy Head Girl for Long Bay College this year, and I will be your MC for this evening. I hope you have enjoyed the opportunity to explore the college thus far and see how many amazing opportunities and programs the school has to offer. Tonight, you will hear from our principal and members of our senior leadership team. But before we begin, we would like to present a video of our Year 9 students talk about their experience as they transition into Long Bay College. Thanks.
Settling into Long Bay College has been really easy. From the minute I got here, I've kind of felt like this is where I'm meant to be.
I've found it easy to fit in because the teachers, they made us belong in our classes.
And everyone kind of seems like a family, and it was really easy to make friends.
I chose Long Bay College because it's the perfect size.
There's a lot of people that I can meet and talk to, and there's a lot of cultures, which is also very good.
I like Artify because we get to grow and learn with the same group of people throughout school.
Long Bay College is really eye-opening for me because there were so many options and subjects to choose from.
My favourite subject is media studies because it's been a blast making films and the equipment we get to use is amazing.
I especially like DVC because the teacher's been really supportive and it's really been fun and I've learnt a lot.
Science is a lot of fun. You learn a lot of cool new things that you never would have thought about before.
This year I joined the Kapahaka group, which is really fun because I got to meet lots of new people.
I've joined the Kindness Club, which I really enjoy, and we do lots of fun things.
I'm currently part of the Junior Drama Club. They make you feel very included.
I have been selected for the Prem's basketball team and it's been really great because there's been lots of team building. And I feel like the coaching here has really helped support me in my skills and my team.
I find the teachers very caring and supportive when it comes to my learning. The teachers have been awesome. I feel like they really try to understand you and teach you in the best way that's right for you.
Here at Long Bay College, we focus on having an extraordinary culture of care, where we put the students at the heart of all that we do.
Everyone's very caring, and I really enjoy it here, and people always help me when I need it.
From the minute I got to Long Bay, it was just really easy to fit in, and then everyone helped you find your way. All the teachers were really nice.
Long Bay College is really cool.
There's a lot of opportunities that I can go for. Yeah, it's just been a really supportive environment.
It's amazing.
Long Bay College has been exciting and challenging.
It has a great community.
Super fun and really supportive.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Mr. Healy, Long Bay College's principal, comes to us from the UK via America. He is married and is the father of 3 daughters. He has come full circle with our school, having been a teacher of health and physical education on his arrival in New Zealand. Long Bay College is Mr. Healy's 2nd school as principal, and he joined the college 3 years ago as our 5th principal since opening. I'd now like to present to you our principal, Mr. CJ Healy.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. And thank you for attending this evening and for taking the time to look at what we here at Long Bay can offer your children. And thank you very much for coming out on this most inclement of evenings. What a night to pick for an open evening. The great teachers are those who engage us as individuals and those who genuinely care. They are those who entertain and challenge us, those who make learning exciting. They nurture our creativity. Their lessons are not a chore, but a delight. They go the extra mile and gently guide us towards reaching our potential. I would suggest that in the audience, there are many of us who can remember a teacher like that who influenced our lives. And when we employ teachers here at Long Bay College, those qualities are absolutely prerequisite. Here our students learn to care because they are cared for. It is implicit and explicit in all that we do. It is who we are. We recognize that care builds resilience, a characteristic needed more than ever before, and a characteristic that our students showed in abundance during this year's COVID-19 lockdown. Whilst 2020 has been a challenging year, it has proven to be a year of opportunity too. And we at Long Bay College see it as exactly that, a time for growth, improvement, and development. In terms of learning, we could not have been set up any better for lockdown. Our values of care, respect, creativity, and community came to the fore. Our Prime Minister's requests for New Zealanders to be kind work beautifully in tandem with the expectations we hold all of us here at Long Bay College accountable to. Living by each of our values enabled us to succeed beyond our wildest expectations, the envy of most schools throughout the country, as our students were exceptionally well placed to continue their learning through fantastic digital platforms, lessons, teaching and learning. And the levels of success we have experienced were not limited to academia alone, but also in supporting our students and their families through overcoming change, barriers, and obstacles in the areas of social, mental, and emotional support. And for many of us, lockdown was a time of realization. A realization that a simpler, less complicated life was potentially a much happier life. Community became what it used to be, and in my opinion, it was truly fantastic. People walked around their neighborhoods, people waved, smiled, said good day. They put teddies in their windows for the young children. In a time of social restrictions, we found creative ways of being social. There was a move towards realizing and appreciating the resources, skills, and supports we are surrounded by locally on our doorsteps. We became more appreciative of what we have, and we became more willing to support what we have right here, so close to home. Public transport was empty, cars were parked and locked away, and walking became the norm. We lived more sustainably. There was less consumerism, and we realized that we didn't need so many material things, that everything we need is right here within our community, and at the heart of our community, this local community of ours, is a school, Long Bay College. So the key question that you will all want to know and have answered is, what is our value proposition to you as parents and prospective students? Well, at Long Bay College, we've been given the Platinum Standard Review by the Education Review Office, ERO, and our academic results continue to be superior to those across New Zealand and compared to similar schools, decile 8 and 10, all over the land. Over the last 2 years, a large number of our students have gained multiple scholarships, the most prestigious secondary education award, in 19 subject areas across our school. This is an example of the breadth of quality teaching and learning and opportunities on offer across our curriculum. Our graduates have gone on to some of the best universities, with many receiving scholarships to specialist programs of study or have developed careers in professions they are passionate about. Our alumni are spread across the globe, and in the last few years, our students have entered such universities as Duke, Browns, Berkeley, and New York in the USA, Durham in the UK, Singapore, and of course, the Australian universities as well. Our facilities, due to heavy investment to the tune of $10 million and rising in 2020, continue to be enhanced. This year alone, 25 new state-of-the-art spaces being completed for maths, digital technologies, business, and media in our Big M Block renovation project. And the plans, the architectural drawings are already being undertaken to replicate this in O Block, the older of our existing buildings in the centre of our school. New toilet facilities have also been completed across our whole school that the architects are describing as like the Koru Lounge. And why? Because our students deserve quality spaces, and when they asked for them, we listened. Our new state-of-the-art wood technology workshop is due for completion at the end of next month, and in August, our administration block gets a revamp to become an entry point and a gateway to the heart of our school that is deserving and representative of the people who make our school outstanding. And if this isn't enough, new sports fields, the best in Auckland, will open on the land acquired just over the road between ourselves and the primary school. Our sport community are truly excited. And looking at the weather today, this is great because significant additional shelter for our youngsters in terrible weather is also being installed and due for completion by the end of the year in between M block and O block, the entire length. They'll also be enclosed so it can't act as a wind tunnel. And there will be additional shelter between O block and our technology block too, on the rainbow steps heading down there. And we're very seriously considering a sports cloud, which would house netball and tennis courts and give us additional shelter and truly world-class sports facilities. Now, we continue to be invested in supporting all of our students towards personal levels of excellence in each of the 5 pillars of our school, namely academia, the arts, culture, sport, and importantly, service to others. Students who attend Long Bay College are lucky to enjoy an enormous range of co-curricular activities, from media and film groups to rugby, student council to class comedian workshops, concert band to curling, and we have absolutely everything in between. We offer the full range and encourage students from year 9 to get invested. When they take part, when they take ownership of the school, they become the school, and that is truly critical and potentially the best advice I can give to any youngster. It's a wonderful way to develop new interests, skills, and to meet others. Students have many opportunities to represent the college, and these are not limited to seniors. Students that show skill, passion, and aptitude have the chance to shine here, no matter their age or their year level. For year 9s, there are countless opportunities to show leadership, formally and informally, as they develop towards prefectship in year 13. Last year, we proudly offered 2 year 12 students the chance to write and direct and produce the school production, A Day for Play. This is a unique opportunity, but it is part of our commitment to offering our students leadership and creative opportunities and outlets. In sport, we have well over 70 teams. We're proud of our students' sporting achievements and the success they enjoy on the courts, the fields, and in the pools of the Shore, Auckland, and at national levels. We have multiple New Zealand representatives. Our girls' rugby team's spirit and tenacity sees them harbour 7s and 12s champions. We have a world champion archer, one of New Zealand premier women's golfers, and that's a year 10 student. A footballer who captained his country at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup finals in Brazil. Our rugby boys have only lost 1 game in 3 years, and in 2 of the last 4 years, our girls' Premier Netball have been harbour champions or runners-up. In this period, our coaches have included former All Blacks, a former professional basketballer, who incidentally is also a maths teacher at the school, a former harbour player and coach, a New Zealand All-White, and many, many more. Our students in the sporting field are well catered for and can reach their goals. We compete, and our structure is a far better option for young athletes' development than playing in a large school's second team with a volunteer as a coach. Every year, with the exception of this year, our students have opportunities to travel internationally with sports teams through business, art, classics, service, and language trips, developing knowledge and testing skills. This year, we had groups of students and staff scheduled to head to China, both with hockey and a cultural trip. Our business students were heading to the USA, our art students to Melbourne, and this supports trips made in the last 24 months to Tahiti, Borneo, Greece, and Italy. We also encourage students to develop initiatives to help those less fortunate or improve the world one step at a time. And several charitable groups have been the recipients of financial and physical contributions from our students. Full school events are an exciting way to celebrate our school spirit. Each year we hold an athletics day that not only allows our athletes to showcase their skills on the track and field, but it is a colourful day of competition, fun, camaraderie, where we celebrate each other. And next year we launch our exciting new house system to engender that spirit of belonging, pride, and healthy competition. Long Bay College is proud of our cultural diversity of 72 ethnicities, and each year we celebrate this with our week-long multicultural festival, culminating in a popular international food market and sell-out multicultural shows. So that is just some of our what, but it's not our what that makes us special. Here at Long Bay College, it is our why which is so important. Why it is we do what we do. Our students excel because they are happy, confident, and this is important, they're cared for. The teachers share the same why. Through our core values, we inspire and prepare our young people with premium levels of support and every opportunity and encouragement to become the leaders of tomorrow. We are committed to ensuring each student is supported to achieve success through our strong culture of care, creativity, and importantly, innovation. Because our kids deserve the best, they deserve success, they are at the heart of absolutely everything we do. Long Bay College is a school whose size is a real attribute. We are large enough to offer boundless opportunities, but small enough to care. Small enough for the principal to know your child's name, to know you, the student. And when we really know you, the student and the family, accelerated progress in all walks of school life is a given. But just importantly, when support is needed, we front foot that because it's obvious to us. It's why we are here. Our Artify programme will later be explained by Mrs. Beasley. And that's key to us knowing our kids, knowing our families, and knowing how we can support you and help you when you need it most. Our strategic plan was developed and is representative of what is important to our entire community, not just the principal, the deputy principals and the teachers, but the students who had enormous input, the families, and even our neighbours who had input. And there are 3 areas of focus which put our students again at the heart of everything we do. 1, to create an extraordinary culture of care. That's pastorally. 2, to offer exceptional learning activities and opportunities. That's academia. And 3, to provide first-class environment that supports each of those. The progress made over the last 3 years by our Board of Trustees, our teachers, our community, and our students has quite frankly been staggering. Why do we place such an emphasis on knowing each of our students so well? It's the key to unleashing their potential and their passions. Creating a hub of learning where parents, staff, and students grow together is essential, and here it's our norm. It was the strength of these relationships that enabled this school during lockdown to produce an outstanding, successful digital platform for learning. It really, truly was the envy of many schools. In terms of exceptional learning, we have restructured our curriculum so that every student has the opportunity to discover, nurture, and develop their unique talents and interests. Your children will be experiencing next year coding, forensics, mindfulness, pop art, aeronautics, cryptology, and rocketry. And that's just to mention a few of our exciting curriculum developments. Each of these innovative new areas will work in tandem alongside our more traditional and very, very important curriculum subjects. Students will have a depth and breadth, a creative curiosity that will be harnessed and flourish to ensure their learning is accelerated to reach their goals. And there are no locked doors for students at Long Bay College. If you wish to study a subject and we believe it's in your best interests, then we don't say no. We say, why? Sounds like a great idea, and we support you to do that. And why do we do that? Because again, it's the right thing to do. Our students are well-rounded and well-prepared, and hopefully you'll have a little insight to that as you've been toured around the school and you've met some of our kids. And not just academically, but socially and in life too. Our school has a long tradition of excellence in creativity and innovation, qualities that rank so highly now in terms of what 21st century employers are seeking. Our students are future ready. Why? Because they need to be. So I hope that gives you a little insight into our why, and our why is so much more important than our what. We are deeply passionate about what we do here. Care and support based on mutual respect is at the heart of our school. We know it's the right approach for our students' success now and in the future. We care deeply about the people we are fortunate enough to call our community. Now, starting secondary school is a major milestone in your child's life. Over the next 5 years, your son or daughter will go through an exciting and transformative time before they will emerge, eventually, as confident adults. Guidance from caring, supportive adults is key, and our team at Long Bay College are completely 100% dedicated and excited about supporting your young person on that journey. Again, the weather's hideous, you're still here, and that tells me an awful lot about you as parents and, of course, you as students. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and thanks for being here.
Mr. Hanahan is a father of 3 and lives rurally, north of Puhoi. He has over 20 years teaching experience and is a former teacher of biology, head of science, and assistant principal. He joined Long Bay College 2 years ago as the Deputy Principal of Curriculum. So I would now like to introduce to you Mr. James Hanahan.
Good evening. My name is James Hanahan. I'm one of the college's Deputy Principals, and I am privileged to be responsible for curriculum at the college. Curriculum at this school is more than the large number of courses and the subjects that we offer. It's the high-quality teaching and learning that delivers those courses and the success of our students engaged in their learning and excelling. To do that, we're responsive in how we teach and agile in how we push students to be their absolute best. And it's that agility that is the defining feature of teaching and learning at Long Bay College. During the COVID-19 lockdown, as a college and a community, we galvanised into action. We rolled out digital classrooms to our students. In the most demanding of circumstances, we adapted our practice to deliver our curriculum in new and exciting ways using Microsoft Teams and OneNote. Our students were cared for, our students excelled. Our curriculum supports students in designing and developing digital outcomes, in understanding how to think computationally, in being creators of digital content and curators of digital content. And we recognise that to be future-proof, a student needs to be able to do substantially more than make a PowerPoint or share posts online. They have to be more than a consumer of digital media. And our curriculum does that. It enables that growth to creator and curator, but we do not sit still. We capitalise on the innovation we've seen and the gains we've made. And as such, we are a bring-your-own-device school for Year 9 students in 2021. Our BYOD teaching philosophy is that that device is a laptop and that it's used alongside the many teaching and learning tools a teacher has in their toolkit. Mobile phones and tablets are not robust enough to run the various digital technologies that provide the opportunity for deep and exciting learning. A student's laptop will need to run Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Teams. Equity is critically important to us, so we've teamed up with Noel Leeming, we offer specialist deals, and there are several support systems in place that are outlined on our website and in our enrolment information. For our junior students, there are specific initiatives that are geared to best meet a student's needs, to grow their passions, to accelerate students, and to support them in achieving their personal excellence. Those include our Aspiring Scholars programme. That's the extension programme that's supportive of the highest standards of academic excellence. It's a programme that covers 5 junior curriculum courses with the same class group, and it's supportive of students in working towards NZQA Scholarship. That's New Zealand's premier academic award, as they work from years 9 to year 13. Being selected for the Aspiring Scholars programme is not seen as a reward. It is a response to an educational need. Entry to that programme in Year 9 is determined by identification in the enrolment process, feedback from the previous school, our entrance testing, and prior scholastic performance. We also offer acceleration courses. So those are targeted courses for students as benefiting from acceleration and needing help in maths and English to support them in reaching their potential when they get to the senior school. If a student's family are interested in being considered for junior acceleration courses, they should identify that in the enrolment process. We also offer our major and minor project initiative. So in Term 4 2021, at the end of the Year 9 and Year 10 exams, all Year 9s, all Year 10s are engaged in a 5-week project block. To do that, we blank our timetable. That will mean that students then have an opportunity to develop their learning and explore and engage with topics that go far beyond the limits of the New Zealand curriculum. Mr. Healy's mentioned a few of them earlier, but there's a full list of the projects that will be made available to students in Year 9 and Year 10 in Term 2, and they'll be supported to make informed choices. And that will include things that have been mentioned, but things like video game design, automotive engineering, Shakespeare, mindfulness, forensic science, rocketry. There are 80 more. We are committed to supporting students to be their best. We do that by giving them the best tools, the best teachers, and the best learning experiences to be what we are, one of the best schools in New Zealand. Thank you.
Mrs. Beasley is our Deputy Principal for Year 9 in 2021. She has 2 children, and Miss Beasley has been teaching at Long Bay College since 2007. She is passionate about physics, and she also teaches that here at Long Bay College. She is also responsible for the NZQA matters here within the school. So I'd like to introduce you Miss Beasley.
Good evening. Welcome, future students and parents of Long Bay College. We have a strong pastoral focus, which is aimed at providing support for students with their wellbeing as they journey through the school. Our aim is to nurture and develop well-rounded, resilient and socially responsible young people who will go on to become great members of our local and global community. We provide an environment where every student can develop their academic, social, physical and emotional well-being. To help us all achieve this, we have key support and guidance networks in place that we provide for all our students, which are based around our core values of care, respect, community and creativity. These values are fundamental to how we as a school approach all aspects of our students' journey through their time at college, from their first days here right through to their moving on to their future careers and studies. We have care at the heart of what we do. Our students learn to care because they are cared for. This helps to bring a strong and supportive culture based on mutual respect. In being well supported, our students are secure and able to innovate, to question and think creatively, essential skills in our changing world. A key component of our pastoral program is Atawhai, the aim of which is to support the student and family and to inspire, encourage and challenge your child to reach their own level of personal excellence. Each student and family is provided with a connection point in the form of a significant adult in the school, their Atawhai leader. From the day you start, your Atawhai leader joins you on your journey. Atawhai, which is Māori for kindness, involves meeting regularly with the students and focusing on key areas they may be going through during that year, from settling in and getting to know each other to setting goals for the year ahead and future pathways. In Year 9, the students have been covering areas such as being a global citizen in a social media world, with Year 13 covering areas such as future money management and budgeting in preparation from where they leave home. We are passionate about finding, nurturing and promoting our students' unique talents, and Atawhai provides an environment beyond the curriculum to do so. The Atawhai leader is an important first point of contact for and guide for students and their families. They can also provide a link to other support within the school through our pastoral systems and staff with an environment of mutual respect. Alongside Atawhai, we offer seminars for parents such as Parenting Strategies for Teen Success led by Darren Pereira, and we are looking forward to develop this further in the future. In addition to the Atawhai leaders, there are a number of key staff who are here to support students at each year level. Firstly, each year level has 2 deans who are dedicated to ensuring students benefit from their experience through academic management and positive social interaction. In 2021, this will be Karen Leyland and Nicole Beeston. Deans work alongside one of the deputy principals to create a learning and social environment that is supported by staff and students in the wider community, and I'll have the pleasure of being the deputy principal for Year 9 in 2021. In addition, we have an amazing guidance team led by Sue Forrest with 3 dedicated counsellors and 2 youth workers who are there to offer a listening ear and to work with our students on any issues they may need assistance with resolving. Our learning support team provide assistance to those who may need extra support to achieve academically and socially. This is led by our Special Educational Needs Coordinator, Glenda Keith. Our careers team can provide support and advice on future pathways inside the school and beyond the college years. We also have a medical officer and physiotherapist on site to support our students. As you can see, We provide a real extraordinary culture of care for all our students, with every student being recognised and supported as an individual, but also helping them to belong to our college community. We are passionate about providing a supportive environment here at Long Bay College, and if you have any questions, please feel free to come and speak with me throughout this evening. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce you to Renee Gambling. She is a student in Year 9 and former student of North Cross Intermediate, and she is here to share her story of starting at Long Bay College. So, Renee Gambling.
Hi. It felt like so long ago that I was sitting just where you are today, trying to decide whether Long Bay College was the right place for me. But by looking at the curriculum, the classrooms, and just the general warm and welcoming environment, it made my choice very clear. The thought of the transition from North Cross to Long Bay was very scary, but I was actually really excited at the same time. As soon as I walked into my Artify class on the first day, all my nerves went away. Long Bay College has welcomed me with open arms, and it really feels like this is where I'm supposed to be. This is for many reasons, but I'm going to share my top 3. Firstly, it was the classes. In Year 9, you get put into a core class, of which you have all the same people in your English, maths, science, social science, health and PE classes. I found this really good, as you get to know your peers very well, almost as if you're in an actual set class with them. You also have your choice subjects, which are amazing. All 4 of mine that I have done so far have been awesome. In these classes, you have different people from those in your core class, so you get to meet new people. Every class has taught me so much. In some classes, such as DVC and French, I knew next to nothing when I began, and now I know an enormous amount. This leads me to my next point, teachers. Every single one of my teachers has taught me so much. They are specialised in their particular subject, which makes them able to explain and help in a range of ways if you don't understand. They are extremely helpful, kind, welcoming, and try their very best to teach in a way that is right for you. Their lessons are interesting, and I actually really enjoy coming to each of their classes. Finally, the extracurricular activities. Long Bay College has so many clubs and groups. There is more than one for everybody. We have drama groups, music groups, dance groups, sports teams, student councils, and many, many more. This year I got involved in netball, which I get to meet new people and play sport with my friends. I also joined Mega Crew, an auditioned hip-hop group of all year levels. This was a great way to meet new people, have fun, and do something we all enjoyed. I am also learning guitar here at school too. The music teachers are really helpful and support you to reach your full potential. During term 1, lockdown began. After not even a full term at a new school, I had to transition into a remote learning system. But to my surprise, the transition was seamless and easy. I still felt connected to my teachers and peers through easy communication such as video calls and chats. Near the beginning of the year, we had our whole school athletics day, which was a fun event. But if you wanted to, you could try to qualify to represent Long Bay College at the North Harbour Athletics competition. I myself do not do athletics outside of school, but I still qualified to compete in North Harbour. From what my friends at other larger schools had told me, they were only allowed to compete in the North Harbour running events if they already did competitive athletics. But here at Long Bay College, I was able to compete even though I don't do competitive athletics. In North Harbour, I came 6th place in the junior girls 200 metre sprint, as well as 10th in the 100 metre. There were a lot of competitors in my races, and without Long Bay College, I would never have achieved this, especially racing against other girls who do athletics competitively. Long Bay College will give everybody an opportunity, no matter what their level of experience is. So, in conclusion, Long Bay College is an amazing and welcoming environment that really truly is a community. It provides all students with amazing classes, teachers, and endless opportunities. The lovely students and staff made the intermediate to college transition easier than I could have ever imagined. It really is a place that I am proud to call my school. It is fun, supportive, and really pushes you to be the best you can be. These are just a few reasons why I love coming to school. Thank you.
Tonight, we warmly welcome Sir Graham Lowe as our guest speaker for this evening. Graham is a household name as a football and then rugby league coaching icon. More recently, Graham has created the Lowe Foundation to impart a literacy and numeracy program for youth from disadvantaged backgrounds. He has also worked extensively with the Department of Corrections, delivering his program called Kick for the Seagulls, which is based on his 12 dynamic principles. Last year, Graham was knighted for his outstanding contribution to youth and education. But for two of our very own students, Graham is simply Dad. And tonight, Graham will share his insights about his experience as a parent of children here at Long Bay College. So please, join me as we welcome Graham Lowe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and to Long Bay College, thank you very much for inviting me to share a few minutes with you tonight, just about the experiences that Karen and I have as parents of two boys that are in year 12 here. I mean, there's so many things that I would like to tell you but I haven't got time. But the thing that I noticed, I suppose most of all, I was wondering about it, and I wrote a couple of notes, and I wanted to do the right thing by Jan and make sure that I covered the areas that she wanted me to. But I was driving here today, and I was thinking, heck, what am I actually seeing with Jack and Sam? They're in year 12. But what I'm seeing is something really special. And as a parent, all us parents, we're protective of our kids. We just don't want them to go anywhere and let anyone talk to them. But here, honestly, the word care has been used a lot. And that's one of the big things I noticed, how the boys are cared for and how they're developing and their potential, how their potential is being realised. And that's really, my background is a professional sports coach. And so all you can hope to do when you coach is get your players to play to their potential. And I see the same thing with school here at Long Bay College. All I could ever wish for, all Karen and I could ever wish for, is that our boys, Jack and Sam, are able to achieve their potential. And they're well on the way to doing that. I'm not sure what they're going to do when they leave school, because I left school when I was 14. The boys are 17 years old in September, but to put that in perspective, I'm 74 in October. So there's a little bit of an age difference, and we have some interesting things we talk about when we're trying to have dinner at the table. But I don't know about you parents, but we have quite a bit of trouble at times getting them to the table because they want to eat somewhere else. But we have some good discussions, but most of all, I'm just so pleased in watching them grow and watching them develop. There are things that I look for in a team when I coached. 6 things: it's pride, persistence, teamwork, selflessness, commitment, and humility. And my boys, they're like all kids. They like to give their parents a little bit now and then, but I see all those virtues in them, and it's being brought out by Long Bay College. The teachers here are bringing out, I think my boys are special, and they're bringing out the specialness in them. They're just so smart, so clever. All I could do when I left school was make an aluminium ashtray. That was the level of my education. But so these boys are at a different level altogether. But simple things like I cannot recall once ever where they didn't want to go to school. They're so proud of Long Bay College. And all their friends, I thoroughly enjoy it. I know they get a little bit embarrassed at times because I like coming down in my Ugg boots to watch some basketball training and volleyball and things like that. And so they, oh, Dad, you can't wear those. So they get a bit embarrassed. But I love the friendliness of their friends, their classmates. And I'd like to think they're my friends as well now. They treat me with respect, but they talk, they engage with me. And this is all because they're being developed by this school. This school is bringing it. There's more. The things that really matter with education, that can be marked at the end of the year or whenever they do it throughout the year. But the really critical things, I believe, are things that can't be measured, and that's your attitude, and that's your competitiveness and your politeness, and how you treat other people. They're very hard to measure. But I can tell those things are being encouraged at the school just by Jack and Sam's friends. Not only by Jack and Sam, but just by their friends. I'm just so proud that the boys are here, and I know they're proud of it. they've just, I look at them some mornings when they're leaving for school, and I just can't believe it. For a start, they're much taller than I am, so that's a little bit of a problem. But they say settle, particularly Sam, they're twins. Sam pats me on the head and just says, just settle down, Dad, just settle down. But, you know, it's just so good. And tonight is a terrible night. It's a, you know, rainy and cold and wet out there, and we all want to get home soon, but gee whiz, this is just so important. This is where our future is. This is where the future of our country is. And the future of our country is being shaped by the great teachers, or they're like coaches. Because of my sporting background, I see them like coaches, because the best traits in our kids are being brought out. And they're being cared for. They're being encouraged to be creative. You think you know your kids, you know, when you're a parent, you think you know your kids, but gee whiz, look, my boys are just coming up with different things. It just blows me away every single day. I'm just so proud of them. I think our kids, a few years ago, I'm really fortunate. I've had 3 books. 2 were autobiographies, but they were written by others, by journalists, about bits and pieces that I'd been involved in my life. But the third one I sat down and wrote myself. And it was quite an achievement because, as I said, I left school at 14. But in the book, I tried to describe what it was like being a father at my age. And it's a little bit like if you play golf. So when you play golf, even if everybody who plays, doesn't matter how good or bad or what level you're at, everybody does a little chip or might do a little putt, or they hit the ball and they think to themselves, gee whiz, Tiger couldn't have done any better than that. And when you get into the club rooms later on, you want to tell everyone, but you can't, because everybody else that plays golf has done the same. And it's like your children, you know, you just want to show others your children and what they're achieving. And this is just comes to me every single day, because every single day of my life, my boys are telling me something different. They're telling me something different that they've learned from this school. And I want to go and tell all my friends, but you know, I must bore them to death. It's a bit like, so it is like golf. But Long Bay College, I thank you, Long Bay College, that really came out to me during the lockdown period, because I thought, gee whiz, this is going to be interesting to see how they handle this, because I don't really understand all the online thing, to tell the truth, probably like some of my age. But I thought this would be quite interesting to see how they do it. And the discipline that the boys applied to their learning was just magnificent. Every single day. They didn't try and shy off it or anything like that, but they did it because they were being encouraged to. It was interesting for them. It was a different way to learn, and they did a good job of it. And I thank the school for that. I thank them, because anything could have happened in that period. That was a tough time for our nation. But our kids, the kids that were at this school, I think they're at an advantage to everybody else, because this Long Bay College does care. I haven't really spoken about anything I put on my notes here, but I'm a little bit nervous standing, you know, in front of you all. I actually might sound like I'm bragging, but just before Christmas, I got named Outstanding Former Pupil for Otahu College, and when they came and spoke to me about it, I was so embarrassed because I couldn't remember being there, and then it was just so embarrassing for me, but. You know, the memories that Jack and Sam, the memories that Jack and Sam have already had from Long Bay College are lifelong memories. They're lifelong memories, but they're more than memories. Their character is being shaped. Their character is being shaped, and their potential is being delivered. I thank Long Bay College, and thank you for the opportunity of saying a few words. Thank you.
I'll thank Graham once again, because that was amazing. Thank you, Graham. Earlier this year, Long Bay College's former student, 2013 sports captain and staff member, Georgia Hale, was named Young New Zealander of the Year. Georgia was selected thanks to her significant efforts in the community supporting people with intellectual disabilities. Through her work with the New Zealand Warriors, after school finished, Georgia turned down 2 scholarships and chose to return back to Long Bay College and work as a teacher aide. assisting students within our learning support. The role kick-started her interest in making Rugby League accessible to everybody, including those with intellectual disabilities, which is a big part of her work that she does today. Georgia has helped to join us this evening, but due to other commitments, she was unable to. So we recorded this video following about why she chose to attend Long Bay College.
Hi, my name is Georgia Hale. I'm a former student at Long Bay College. I am the current Young New Zealander of the Year. I work for the Vodafone Warriors, I play for the Women's Warriors team, and I play for the New Zealand Kiwi Ferns team as well. I loved attending Long Bay College. It was one of the best schooling experiences I had. I went to Glenmorgan Primary School and North Cross Intermediate, so it was a really easy decision to stay local and go to the high school up the road. I loved the thought of walking to school with my friends and going to the same school with all of the students that I grew up with. There was obviously lots of decisions, to go to other schools with other opportunities, but I'm really glad that I chose to come to my local school, where I made amazing relationships, not only with peers, but with teachers as well, who I'm still in touch with today. Well, I guess for me, it was probably more so, going to my local school, but kind of making my mark on the school and really seeing what I could do at the school, but also for the school. I had amazing opportunities education-wise, but I also had amazing opportunities on the sports field as well. There was opportunities to represent the school, and the school really helped me to kind of further the pathways that I wanted to follow with sport. So that was with touch, with netball, with girls rugby and the likes. So I would highly recommend attending Long Bay College. I loved my time here from year 9 to year 13. There's something for everyone here at the college, which was one of the main reasons why I chose this school.
Mrs. Bicknell lives in this community with her husband and 2 children who both attend our college. Prior to starting at Long Bay College, she was a professional artist majoring in sculpture and painting. Now she oversees the enrollment and will now take you through the enrollment process at Long Bay College. So I'd like to introduce to you Mrs. Sarah Bicknell.
Kia ora everyone, and good evening. It's fantastic to see you all here, and I can see it's definitely getting late in the evening, so I will be quick. On Friday the 31st of July, we hold our annual Year 8 Open Day. All the North Cross Year 8 students come and spend half the day with us, participating in a wide range of activities, getting a taste of what there is to look forward to. True to our values, this day is part of our transition to help your child feel at ease with this next stage of their life. Students from other intermediates are encouraged to join the day. Please contact me to book your child in if they don't attend North Cross Intermediate. Following the open day, we have 4 school tours available. This will give you the opportunity to see the school in action, and bookings are made via the school interview website. To complete the enrolment application form, please visit our website and click the enrolment tab. You will need these documents to submit your application. When you book your enrolment interview, please specify if you're interested in aspiring scholars, the acceleration math or English, if you would like your interview with our SENCO for additional learning needs, or should you require a bilingual interview for Chinese or Korean. The closing date for our out-of-zone applications is the 28th of August. Should we require a ballot, this will be held on the 11th of September. The enrolment interview is possibly the most important step in our enrolment process. It's our first stage of getting to know you, both the student and the family, to discover key interests, the strengths, the weaknesses, your concerns, the passions, and what your child wants to get involved in. It's about starting the transition and journey to LBC in a positive way, to live our core values of care, creativity, community, and respect. Those families who do opt to pay the school donation by the 28th of August will be entered in the draw to win a uniform pack. So that would be a great thing to win. For all our enrolment information, please just head to our website, and to find out more about us, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much for your attendance tonight. I hope our presenters have filled you with confidence about how truly amazing Long Bay College is. But that concludes our presentation for tonight. So thank you so much for your attendance, and have a lovely evening.